Recording in progress.
You ready? Folks, we're excited to bring you episode 5 of Husker Hype Radio. I'm Eddie Rosenthal. That's Aaron Worsfold. We're here. We're live. We're doing it. Aaron, how have you been, bud?
I'm great, Eddie. It's another week. We've made it into month 2 of Husker Hype Radio podcast. I'm fired up.
Recording
How
a
do you,
little bit later in the week than we usually do. We had a friend of the program, Jaden Sidwell, make a stop here before he goes into Omaha.
Shout out
So,
Jaden.
huh?
Shout out Jaden.
Shout out Jaden, dude.
Graduating college this week.
What a guy, dude. Good for him. And multidisciplinary study, for those of you who care, gave me a nice 2002 Rose Bowl Nebraska shirt that I'm rocking right now.
Sheesh.
Yeah, dude.
Let's go.
Pretty sick. Yeah, dude. We just sat by the fire. We stayed up until 4 a.m. one night. It just reminded me of the good old days in Nebraska, dude. When you're drinking beer, sitting by the fire, doing your thing, fucking we were freestyling 1940s in like 1940s, you know.
If there's one thing I know about the Sidwell brothers is that you're gonna hit a freestyle at some point in the night. And
You
then
will.
motherfuckers know how to use their words.
They do, bro. It was fun. 1940s freestyles, fucking a little bit of improv during the medieval times. Just classic fun, man. You
I
know.
hit it. I hit it in the park home run at
You
softball
did?
this week. I did my third one of the year.
Did you how fast did you feel like do you feel on top of the world after you do that?
Dude, like right when I seen the ball go past the outfielder, I was like already rounding first, almost a second. And I was like, I'm gonna be there in like less than 10 steps. I was just
Nice.
hauling ass. But yeah, to answer your question, I'm fucking flying around the bases.
Oh
But like in
man.
the moment, I'm not like thinking about it. I'm just being a fucking aggressive base runner, dude. I'm just trying to advance bases, see what goes on. And when I have an opportunity to make a play, I have to make a play.
Do you have to shotgun a beer after that or something? Like, how do you celebrate that?
Usually just screams a lot of screaming.
Yeah,
Drink a beer, yeah. We usually have a flamingo that we like is hollow, that's a beer bong. It
I've
was
seen
gone
those.
this week. So that's probably why we lost. It was bad luck not to have the
Dude,
flamingo.
inside the park, HOMERUN, and you guys still lost?
Yeah.
Fuck,
I know,
dude.
right? It's sick.
That's shitty.
But yeah. Any
Hate that.
other updates we got from Ed?
What else did we do, bro? We went to the normal thing, take him to the wedge, dude. You take him to this it was ripping today. I guess it was 15 to 18 feet.
God
The
damn.
wedge. Yeah, dude. Can you imagine? That's just some scary shit, dude. We used to always, when you lived here, we would love going down to the beach and just trying to have Mother Nature give us all she got, and then we would say that and we'd almost regret it because we get fucked up, dude. We get fucked up.
There was one time in particular where I genuinely feared for my life because I was
Yeah,
just gonna get fucked up by a wave and then just get pulled out with the current. And I just barely made it out with my life.
I know, dude. It happens so quick where you're like chilling, and then all of a sudden you're fucking like 30 yards farther than you want to be out in the ocean. You start panicking, and that's the part that gets you, bro. Is when you start to panic. You can't panic, but I always do because this is a big bad ocean. I'm a little tiny dude compared to Mother Nature, so I start freaking out and shit. But it's all fun, man. It's all fun and games, until someone dies, right?
Couldn't be us.
Literally, no.
Couldn't be us. All right. Well, I
All
had an
right.
idea, Eddie. I had an idea with it when I was sitting here thinking about what we should talk about today. So you live in the Los Angeles greater area.
Right.
We have two schools joining the Big Ten next year, UCLA, USC. My
Very
question
excited.
for, my question for you, Eddie, is you're 18 years old. and you're a prospective student, which university do you pick between the two schools?
This is a good question, bro. I think it's pretty tough because I think that both of them are great historical programs. But when it comes down to it, dude, I think I'm picking UCLA. I mean, USC seems more of like the fucking like blue blood, let's go Trojans type deal. But dude, UCLA is in Hollywood. It's got Santa Monica Beach. USC's in fucking downtown LA, and the campus is dope. Yeah, and the Coliseum, that's rad. But other than that, dude, it's kind of like a shitty area around there. When UCLA, you drive by the frat houses and sorority houses, dude, they look like fucking. Have we've drove by
Yeah,
them
it
probably.
looks like you're in a movie. It looks like you're driving down like a set, and you're like, "There's no way people live in those houses and go
And
to
they're
these
not,
fucking parties." I'm jealous.
they're fucking college kids that are living in these
Right.
houses. These like they're probably some of the nicest houses that if we were to go, we'd ever fucking be to. So I think that UCLA, and then also like sororities, hot fucking babes there, dude.
So you're telling me you think the babes are hotter at UCLA?
There's a song about it. She just moved to LA, going UCLA, and she drive on my dude. Yes,
I think
well,
I
I mean,
agree.
there's probably babes fucking at both schools, but still, area. I think just based off of area, I'm doing UCLA.
I agree with that, Eddie. USC is like right on the border of like the ghetto, for
Right,
lack of better terms.
motherfucker, you cross the street and there's
Right,
somebody. Shit.
right. And yeah, for that reason, I'm out on USC.
Yeah,
um, no,
but
yeah,
I think maybe USC's advantage would be that the stadium is on campus. While you got to drive to Pasadena if you want to go to
right,
football. And I feel like right now SC is having the better program, so it'd be more fun to
right.
watch that shit. But fuck it, dude. I'm trying to get some babes and
hmm I
beer
see.
bells
I
off
see where
the
your head's at.
balcony.
Have
You
you been?
know,
So you and I went to the Rose Bowl. We saw UCLA play Oregon. Have
hmm
you been to the Coliseum yet? Haven't you, or have you not?
I haven't. I haven't.
Okay.
But you get this, bro. There's a fucking festival. Remember when it was a hard summer?
Uh-huh.
Like EDM shit.
Uh-huh.
There's one of those. It's hard summer. Instead of San Bernardino, it's on the USC campus, and one of the stages is on the fucking field at the Coliseum.
Let's
How
go.
dope!
Let's go.
I want to go to that so bad, dude. Just like wonking out and fucking listening to me like where Reggie Bush fucking scored touchdowns, dude.
There's been
Down out.
some really
That's a horse
awesome
story, bro.
moments.
They had the fucking Olympics there.
That's what I'm saying. And remember when that one chick scored the goal against Japan to win the World Cup and she tore her shirt off and was freaking out? That happened there. Well,
Oh, you
at
talk,
some point we'll rank our favorite moments at the Rose Bowl and the Coliseum. I mean, vice
yeah,
versa. You know what I'm saying?
dude. But yeah, what I mean, what about you? Oh, you said UCLA, yeah, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the area is so much better, dude, and so much cleaner. I feel
So
like,
I saw an article, Oregon, Washington. They're basically like approved to join the Big Ten. So whenever that's going to happen, basically, is from what I'm seeing.
Mhm.
And my next question: which school would you go to, Oregon or Washington?
Mhm. Can you start this one off? Give me
I'll
your
start
reason.
this one off. I got to be Oregon. Got to be Oregon. Eugene, cool campus
Yeah.
in like the foresty, secluded area. Washington, isn't that in Seattle? I'm pretty sure
Uh,
that's in
I was
Seattle.
just gonna look at. I don't think that it is in Seattle.
Mm, well, fact check me on that one. But as of right now, it's got to be Oregon. And I feel like historically, in the last, well, not historically, in the recent like 25 years, Oregon's been a better football program. And Washington, they've had like a sprinkle of good teams every 5-ish years.
Right.
They were
You're right.
decent last year. They'll probably be decent this year.
You're right. It's
Michael
in the
Penix Jr. at quarterback, transferred from Indiana. Washington's
yeah.
in Seattle.
Washington is in Seattle. Yeah, and that's like also like kind of those fucking lib cities are
Yeah,
just,
I'm just
you
not a
know,
fan of. Yeah,
they're just turning to shit because the libs want to give everybody free fucking crack pipes and fucking needles, and they want to fucking let them camp on the fucking underneath the bridges. And
I
I don't want to see shit and piss and buttholes every fucking day. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and for like college football, I definitely would rather play Oregon. Like Washington doesn't really have a lot of like
Sure.
attraction for me. It's just another team I feel like at this point. While Oregon, I feel has some has some girth to their name.
Right. Oregon, and they have a great environment too. I feel like for games like Eugene is people say Autzen Stadium is one that is a great, environment for a game. But going back to USC or UCLA, like we were talking about the Coliseum, like regular season, I would like Nebraska to go to the Coliseum rather than the Rose Bowl. I want them to go to the Rose Bowl when it's the fucking Rose Bowl, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
No, it's because it's not the grand. It's the stadium, but it's like Creighton baseball playing at fucking TD Ameritrade. Yeah, it's TD Ameritrade, but it's not the fucking College World Series when it's going on.
I see what your point is, but it's still cool to play in that stadium.
It is, but when it's the Rose Bowl, it'd be a lot fucking cooler. Other than
Well, they're
different.
gonna play there like every like other year or every 3 years compared to the Rose Bowl whenever they make that. Like I get your point is I want them to make it, but it's like we're
But I
gonna
think that the Coliseum, yeah, okay, you got me.
you got
You got me.
and now now it's some sad news, Eddie, this week. Dylan Raiola commits to Georgia. Georgia has four or five or 4 5-star recruits for at quarterback right now.
Yeah, come on, Dylan. Come on, bud. I wish I'd texted him before he fucking recruited,
I
dude.
know. I think he missed our episode of Husker Hype Radio that week, but we were really trying to get him to come. And there's a theory. I actually have a hot take about this, Eddie. There's a
Oh,
theory out there that Dylan's gonna go there, try his best, blah blah blah, see what's gonna happen at Georgia. They're double back-to-back national champions. See how he can develop, progress. See how Nebraska develops and progresses, and he might pull a motherfucking Joe Burrow where whatever happens. Maybe he doesn't play because of the other 3 guys on the roster that are 5 stars,
right.
and then he can withdraw himself, transfer, and come to Nebraska. And to that, I say that is not my college football, Eddie. To have the mentality of like I can just transfer, like I'm a free agent, I can enter my name in the portal, and if they're better in 3 years, I'll transfer there. That's just not what it. That's not tradition. That's not pageantry. That's not what I like about college football.
It's not at all, dude. It's a different thing where it's totally a different landscape, different environment. And I think everybody knows that. But I do really would still like Dylan Raiola to come here. And I mean, think about this, dude. He could even decommit from Georgia and fucking Nebraska needs. What if they just go ape shit and have a fucking fire year? Jeff Sims does really good at quarterback. Dylan likes the offense, what he sees, because he's going to be watching Nebraska too, dude. I feel like it's not off the radar for him, even though he committed. Dude, so many people are, and he still has another year of high school football to play, dude. So I think if Nebraska does good this year and like do what we fucking hope we do that, and then like
12 and
you
0.
said, huh?
12 and 0 for
Yeah,
Nebraska.
12-0. Yeah, and beat Georgia in the national championship. He's gonna be like, I want to play for the fucking winners, you know? So, and to your point, you're like, they have fucking however many 4 or 5 stars in the quarterback room already. Does Buddy want to go play somewhere where he can have 3 years where he's playing, or is he gonna sit in the fucking in the quarterback room like
Mm-hmm.
Justin Fields, if people remember, was a Georgia Bulldog, and then he transferred to Ohio State.
Correct.
Dude. So, and then they chose fucking Stenson Bennett, who won 2 national championships. But I'm saying is Kirby likes the guys who aren't, they don't got to be 5-star fellas. We might get fucking Holdridge McCarthy,
Well,
will be the
yeah,
next
and
quarterback
JT
from
Daniels.
community.
You're right. And JT Daniels, he was a 4 or 5 star coming out of high school, and he played and then got his job taken by Stetson.
Right. Right, dude. It's gonna be just some fucking boy down from Holbrook, Georgia named fucking
Billy.
yeah, Willis fucking Jefferson or some shit.
McGahee.
Yeah.
Willis McGahee.
Yeah, dude, just some fucking hillbilly who's a dog at heart, and he take them to a fucking national championship. But they won't because Dylan Raiola is going to be at Nebraska, and he's going to fucking take his daddy's alma mater to one, dude.
Yes, sir.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. And you know what? Hot seat, hot seat. I'm saying it right now. What does it Dominic? Dominic's the one that is his dad. What's his uncle's name?
Donovan.
Donovan. Hot seat. He's on the hot fucking seat.
Yeah.
If our whole line it looks like shit again this year, but he's canned.
Look, dude, that's like, do you like, okay, honestly, how much of a decision was it for Matt Rule to keep his uncle just to try to get Dylan here? Like, and also, if that's the case, is that a good coaching decision, dude? Or does he actually like this guy just as a coach and didn't keep in mind about Dylan? Because that kind of
I think if you're the only guy kept on staff from
right,
the previous administration or whatever you want to call it,
right.
that that what's that mean? There's something like follow the money, follow what's going on. I feel like that definitely has something to do with it. And I'm just gonna put my tinfoil hat on and say they kept him on because of this. And you've seen Dominic being like videos and hype stuff for Nebraska recently, and I feel like he would never have done that. Or I feel like you've never really seen him in the media with Nebraska until this year. His
Yeah.
brother's on staff. Both of his sons, Dylan and his little brother, I think his name is Dayton. Dayton's also being recruited by Nebraska.
Yep.
I don't think it's a coincidence. And I rescind what I said about getting fired. I think he might have a couple years actually. Like he probably won't get fired this year just because the point maybe there's a transfer.
And dude, what if we're fucking making holes bigger than a gay dude's asshole in the fucking the fucking offensive line this year, you know?
Yes, yes, and you did say this in a previous episode that Raiola, the O line coach, and Matt Rule have a similar offensive line scheme. So yeah,
Right. Right.
um,
What about like other coaches that you would have liked from the previous staff to stay? Were there any ones that
I like
you?
Bill Bush, dude. Fuck, dude.
I'm just gonna say Billy Bush.
Bill Bush,
He
dude.
he fucking coached at Nebraska like way back when, and has ties like his wife fucking went to Nebraska and shit, and he still stays in Lincoln, dude. Like he's on the Husker radio talk shows, like just fucking talking Husker football because he loves the team. He's not going anywhere. Like he's just a Nebraska guy, and I really feel like he recruited Joe Burrow to LSU. He fucking recruited a ton of good dudes at LSU, so he's a great recruiter. And that's kind of one where I thought that Matt Rule would definitely keep because, like I said, he's a Nebraska guy and he's good. He turned our defense around pretty nicely when Shenander got fired. You
Yep,
know, like I thought there was definitely an improvement once Bill Bush came
yep.
and did whatever the fuck he did. And he doesn't have to be the defensive coordinator, but put the fucker somewhere, you know?
Dude, I agree with that. Well, he was special teams too. I don't know who our special team person is now, but
Ed Foley.
well, shit, Ed Foley. I'm sure he's doing a hell of a job anyway.
Yeah. Or
Um,
it's like Ron Brown, dude, where he's like, I don't even know what his title is, but he's been part of the staff for fucking ages. And he's not the running backs coach or any position coach. He's just on the staff, fucking at practices, doing
that's the
some.
position I fucking want, dude. How do I get that? Just fuck.
You know.
Um,
Ron Brown's on the staff still, by the way.
I think you're right. I mean, um,
He is.
let's go, Ron Brown, Casey Thompson. We never talked about him transferring. Well, his destination, I suppose, FAU to meet up with his previous head coach at Texas.
Tom
Good,
Herman.
good for him. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, dude. I think that he, you know, it's good for him. I mean, and he should probably be able to fucking hopefully go to a bowl game with them at FAU. I mean, I don't think that their conference is super strong, so I could definitely see him and his old coach doing some good things, and I hope he does. Um, but yeah, dude, I think that was I would have liked him to see going to Auburn, but that Michigan State quarterback went there for some reason. I feel
Peyton
like every
Thorne,
yeah, I feel like everybody in the nation kind of thought that that was going to be Casey's landing spot, but I guess that Peyton Thorne dude committed quicker than Casey did, and
yeah, no, Peyton Thorne not good. So Auburn's gonna continue to suck. That's my side note on Auburn. Yeah, good for Casey. That's all I really got on that.
so now we got fucking Jeff, Chubba, and Heinrich, dude.
Yeah, yep.
I was talking to Jaden. I was driving him to fucking LAX. Buddy makes me go all the way up to LAX, dude. It took me 2 hours to get back because I'm fucking whatever. We love you, Jaden, but still, god damn it, LAX, dude.
What were you?
Anyways, what we're talking about.
Jeff Sims,
Yeah, no, we were just talking about Jeff Sims on the way, and like, when you talk about anything Nebraska football, it just kind of gets your spirits tingling. And
right?
I was just this is kind of going off of it, but I was just like, dude, it's so crazy, kind of like that Nebraska football is probably like in the top like three things that I care about in my whole fucking life, dude. Like I love it so much, and I feel like there's not that many fan bases that have this many people that care as much as we do. If fucking Alabama started winning 2 games for 7 years straight or whatever our record's been, just dog shit, would they still be roll tide all the fucking way like Nebraska is?
Fuck no, they wouldn't because they don't even sell their shit out as it is, and they are like the best team in the country.
Right.
Fuck them.
So it's just amazing. Like I just think it's so cool. Like I'm grateful to be a Nebraska football fan, man, is what I gotta say. And just to be able to experience, like, even though we suck, just know that you're part of like this dope ass thing that millions of people are part of, but a lot of people choose not to be. I don't know.
No, I agree completely, Eddie.
This gets me tingling, bro.
I
This
know,
gets,
dude. Isn't that fucking lit, dude?
and then like oh my God, I know it's gonna happen. When we win that national championship, I will probably, I will
Well, we're
ball
gonna
my
be there. We're gonna be there, and then the head coach will be like, "Oh yeah, we'll give you a 10-minute post game."
yeah, yeah.
Well,
He's gonna say, "What the fuck's your name? Aaron Andrews, get the fuck away from me. Where's Aaron and Ed from
where's
Husker
Husker Hype
Radio?
Radio?
I'm getting the pulse of Husker Football Nation, the first fucking interview, because they're the people that matter. They're the ones that bleed red and shit corn, not you, Aaron Andrews, or not you fucking dumbass name that I don't can't think of right. Holly
Kirk
Rowe.
Herbstreit.
Yeah, fuck off, Kirk. I'm talking to Aaron and Ed.
Yeah,
You dumb bitch.
yeah.
God, dude. Fuck.
Did you see the news about the NCAA video game release earlier?
Is it coming out next year?
I don't know, but long story short, it's coming out. It's official. Players are getting paid. Schools are getting paid. It's lit. I was always an NCAA guy. Madden, fuck Madden. Madden always sucked, in my opinion.
Yeah. I was NCAA guy too. I put my favorite game mode was Road to Glory, you know?
Was that the one that you started out in high school and then you worked your way? Yeah, yeah, that was the shit. That was the shit. And then you figured out what school you're gonna go to, and then you just came back to school and won the Heisman, and you were like the leading receiver, leading rusher, leading passer in school history in every game, most completions. You were just the guy.
Yeah, and I would always like make it kind of like I wouldn't do the 7'10" fucking black dude who's 300 pounds and is the quarterback and just trucks everybody. Like I'd make it similar to me
Yep.
and do my thing and still go off as a 5'10", 165 pound white guy, you know? What's this, dude?
Folks, you gotta be on the
5'10".
YouTube for that one. You gotta be on
5'10",
the you gotta
bro.
be on the YouTube for that one. Funny goes, I'm 5'10", 195 pounds.
Bro, I said 165, which
I
I
was
am.
just,
Just
I,
fucking weigh
I
myself
was just
today.
fucking with you.
Okay, 5'10". Yeah, you can't. You're not. I think that my driver's license is like 5'9".
And
But I also
if that's what that says, and that's the law. That's official. If you lie about that, people can come arrest you.
yeah. Fuck, dude.
Mine says 6'2", and that's right.
All right, dude. Maybe when you're
Anyway,
the girlfriend
uh,
in high heels.
Heisman Trophy. Did you see the odds came out about the Heisman Trophy
Wait.
odds?
Let's talk a little more about the NCAA video game.
Oh, what do you got to say? Let's hear it.
Um, what I want to say is like, do you think that like this is just kind of a funny thought, like are the faces, are they gonna get like everybody who opts into the game? Because I hear you have to opt in. Like if you don't want to fuck with all that shit, you can be like, no, just put my number and I'm not Casey Thompson on there or whoever, Jeff Sims. But do you think like that EA is gonna come to every college and like do the digital face rendering and shit? Or are they just gonna like are the faces gonna look generic, or am I gonna see Luke
I
Reimer
don't,
when he
I don't think like they do that for Madden, do they? Or like
Yeah, they
MLB?
do, bro.
They do
Yeah,
that
they
for
do.
every person.
Yes.
They do
Yes.
that for every fucking person.
I don't know if every single person, like maybe the dumbass
Well, you're
third
wearing helmets, bud.
dude. Are you kidding me right now, bro? Like you can fucking tell when they're doing the replay and you can see that Tom Brady threw the touchdown to Antonio Brown or whatever. Like
Well, the thing is I haven't played NCAA in a while. Like, do they have close-ups of this person's face where it's like,
they do with the new Maddens now. So that's what I'm saying. Like these games are very, very intense, dude. But what if like they do
I,
that and they fuck somebody's face up and like then he's just like the meme that somebody looks so fucked up on Madden? Or it could be a lawsuit if you fuck up
dude,
Luke.
you're fucking up my name, image, likeness. You're fuck. That's liable.
That's the eye of the NIL.
That's liable. That's slander. I'm gonna sue you now. And but actually, fun fact, Eddie, if you recall, the a person that was part of the lawsuit initially to get the NCAA video game removed or whatever, or to pay players, was homeboy. What the fuck was his name?
Northwestern, Kane Coulter,
And homie from Nebraska. Who was that? What the
Adi
fuck was?
Kanalik, or Blake Lawrence.
No,
Sean.
quarterback with the sleeve on the arm. Oh,
Cody Green.
Sam Keller.
Sam Keller.
Sam Keller. Fuck,
What?
dude.
When did he
I,
play? When did he play?
I mean, whatever. All this, 2014. No, I wouldn't have been that soon ago.
Was he a starter?
Yeah, I think he only played like a year though. He only started like a year.
Did he go to Tulane
Bad
minor league?
podcasting. No, it's not him. It was when it would have been like when all this went down initially.
Fuck.
Here, you gotta. I'll look this up if you.
Okay. Well, I think that the NCAA, like that would just be funny if like some motherfucker just looked so ugly on the NCAA video game. Is just what my thought was, why we needed to keep rolling with that. But I do know that Kane Coulter and the Northwestern football team, a lot of those guys ruined fucking NCAA. So you can thank all those motherfuckers for wanting to get paid so that now we haven't had NCAA in fucking
Yep.
years. That might be better because now when it comes back, think about all the bros that are going about to bro down when NCAA comes back. All the dudes are going to get hyped up, bro. And that's actually going to be sick.
Yeah.
When you've been, because some people still play, like I know fucking Jared Buckley, dude. He still plays NCAA 14. Like he loves that game. He always plays it and shit. But yeah, when the new one comes out and everybody's like, dude, Let's play some NCAA. Fun. Did you figure it
Yeah.
out?
Yeah. Sam Keller.
That is not a Nebraska quarterback.
Yeah. Former transfer from Arizona State.
What, dude? I never heard of that name.
Yes, you have. You saw his name face, you'd be like, this guy. 2009 is when this article was written, May of 2009. So
Wow, dude. No, I've never.
here,
Okay.
we'll put up an image of Sam Keller right here.
Yeah, no, I see literally on my screen see Sam Keller, a black bald guy, and then a white guy. Is it the white dude?
It's got to be the white dude. He always
2007.
he always wore that sleeve on his arm.
Wow,
That's a quarterback. That's someone that you forget about until
he
they bring
looks
him
like a
up.
fucking lawyer, bro. He looks like a guy that'd be mad about that shit.
And he's such a piece of shit. Not my quarterback. His name doesn't. His name last name's not Martinez. Not my quarterback. Okay, I'm fucking done talking about this NCAA shit.
Oh, so you want to not talk about this? Is our whole pod here is NCAA.
No, the video game because there's really nothing else that's been released other than.
True, true.
Actually, no. Here we go. Names. I know you've been wanting to talk about the coolest names that you like from Nebraska history.
Cool
Part. Let's
names.
hear some cool names.
Speaking of quarterbacks, recent ones, dude. I think that Joe Gans.
Joe
That's kind of
Gans,
Joe Gans.
and
Joe
he was a
Gans.
badass.
He was a badass. He was fucking sick. He's a quarterback coach at UNI now.
Let's go.
Did you know that?
Now I do.
Yeah, now you do. Indomitian Sue, I mean, is just the craziest name of all time. It means fucking House of Spears.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
super sick, and he's also a great fucking player. So that's a good one. Well, and then like also the '90s fucking fullbacks, Corey Schlesinger
Yep.
and Joe Makovica,
Yep.
just classic like Nebraska dudes. I'm Joel Makovica.
Yep.
And he goes in there, he got the neck pad going, and they're just fucking. That's like when you, if a Husker, that just pops into my mind is those guys.
Uh,
Um, like cool one that we had recently was DiCaprio Boodle.
yes. We
That's a
got his
lot.
brother Dwight
Yeah,
Boodle.
yeah.
You know what wide receiver I always liked his name Maurice Purify. Woo.
Maurice Pierce. He was like Nebraska's like best recruit ever. I think he's a running back. I think right.
He,
Isn't
he
he
was a,
running back?
he was a receiver. I just remember him going up and catching balls over Missouri because they suck dick.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. Like you remember these the first season that I remember and that I know so much about is the 2009 season. But like before that, I would like kind of watch it with my dad and stuff. But like once 2009 hit, I was in fifth grade. And dude, I started to know fucking everything about everything.
Let's go.
Weird. Like just 2009, I can remember almost all the players on that fucking team. But before that, it's like blank, nothing.
Well, yeah. I mean, as a fifth grader, I don't remember, bro. I don't remember shit before like last Tuesday. Like, to your point from earlier, Eddie, like Nebraska football is one of the top three things I care about, and it literally occupies like a third of my fucking brain.
Right. I know, dude. I know. It's
But man, other good names. You can't leave out the coldest Crawford.
the
He
coldest
doesn't.
Juan Crawford is amazing.
Wandale. I liked Wandale. That's a sick name. Scott Frost. Frost is a sick last name, honestly. I'll say that.
And we're talking players here too. We're talking players.
Yeah,
Scott
because
Frost,
he was a national champion.
right?
Honestly, bro, Johnny Rogers. Just that when
Johnny the Jet Rogers.
that's a
Come on.
name. That's a name you hear, and you just get some goosies on the back of your neck.
Man. Yeah, dude. And he seems like a cool ass cat too. Like Johnny. That's just a classic fucking name right there, bro.
And I got
Johnny.
a photo with him too, and I'll put that up right here.
Was he a cool ass cat?
He was basically like, "Yeah, I just took a piss, but we can take a picture
Nice.
right
You
outside
got
the bat." Yeah, dude, I seen that shit, and I was like, "Damn, Johnny, you're still packing, boy." Hey,
you saw Johnny's Wang in the
I saw
trunk.
Johnny's Johnny, dude.
His
I was like,
Johnny Doodle.
I've seen that cock before. That's got to be Johnny Rogers.
dude, he probably's got to like when you go, we just go like this. He's probably got to go like this a little bit just so that it
Yeah.
doesn't touch the bottom of the bowl. You know what I'm
And I
saying?
mean, let's talk about top 10 worst things is when your dick touches like the bottom of the toilet lid or if it touches any part
Uh,
of the toilet while you're
yeah,
pissing.
yeah. We might have just outed ourselves though for having those. Some guys are like, dude, I've never had that
Wait,
happen.
we're
Okay,
back.
yeah, yeah, guys, we got cut off. We were talking about our penises touching the toilet seat, which, dude, I hate so much too. And I feel like if a dude's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. Like, and also what happened, like it happens at home. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. It's cool because it's like only my dick and like the guy whose dick I know, DJ Fader's cage. So like, but it's still fucking weird and gross. Oh my god, now that dude, like when you're at a fucking public toilet and that happens, that's the
Well,
creepiest fucking thing ever, dude.
yeah, that's when you just put your hand like right on your cock and you just push it down so it doesn't touch it. Especially when it's them little toilets with the round seats. It's not that bad if it's like a Target when they have the open fronts and it's
Right. Why
elongated.
isn't that for why is there there needs to be an open front on every one? That
Yeah,
doesn't make fucking
some
sense.
grimy little fucking toilet in some dumpy ass gas station that you just gotta shit in. That's the worst. And the worst part is, Eddie, it's not that the fact that you're touching somebody else's dick, it's the fact that you go in there and your dick touches the seat after somebody just shits a whole bunch because you're in some dumpy ass gas station.
Dude, could you contract the virus from that?
I feel like I feel like not likely, but never say never.
Bro, wouldn't that be just the worst way to get AIDS? Is like I took a shit in a fucking gas station parking lot and my
All right.
penis touched,
Well, I
and
know a couple guys that sit to pee. So imagine you're just taking a piss at
every
some.
single time they sit to pee. What if they're at the Nebraska game and
Well, I
did
mean, if you're at
they
the
late?
Nebraska game,
Did
you
they
got to
late?
do it. There's the trough.
Do you get stage fright?
No,
Dude, I developed stage fright because I remember peeing at the Nebraska football game when I was a little kid, and this old man was staring at my dick, and like now I have fucking PTSD from that. It's getting better now though. Like
you're how old again?
I'm 22. Dude,
And
it's
you,
getting better, but I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm not lying. I'm being honest on the pod for the viewers and the fans, and there might be some people who agree with me, and I don't think that you should belittle me for me getting stage fright when I've had something traumatic happen to me in the past.
I think that's just like soft. That's just what happens in the men's restroom. You just look at other guys looking at your dick, and you look at their dick, and they look at you, and it's all one
Dude,
big
it's not
dick
like
looking
I'm
fest.
fucking, it's not, I want to go. Like, I'm like, go, go, go. I'm not fucking scared, like, where it's like, I don't not want to pee because there's guys looking at my dick. Like, I don't fucking care about that. But it's just like subconsciously,
Oh, it's like
yeah.
you got touched when you were little, so now you can't piss in public, basically.
Except I didn't. I just got my penis looked at by an old man
Yeah,
in the tops at
yeah,
the Nebraska football
yeah,
game.
yeah. Right.
But no, like, yeah, it's like subconscious. Like, I'm not trying to fucking not pee because guys look at my dick. I don't give a fuck, dude, but I just can't. Like
So
I physically
you go in the stall.
no, it eventually goes, but sometimes it takes a while. And then once I'm
How
fucking
long's a
done,
while? Let's figure that part out.
like 30 seconds to a
Oh
minute.
well, I okay. Well, 30 seconds is not like it's a long time, but it's not that long. Like you're not waiting
Yeah.
minutes.
But then if I'm at a bar or like even if I've had a lot to drink or water or anything and I really have to pee, that stage fright is not happening. I'm fucking
Oh,
peeing. It
so
does.
it's really only when you go piss at the Nebraska stadium.
Well, yeah, right. Or like when I'm like, you know what? We're here. Before I go in the car, maybe I should take a piss. And I don't really have to pee, but it'd be nice to maybe let something out.
Well, I wouldn't consider that stage fright though.
Okay, so maybe I don't have stage fright. Maybe I just diagnosed myself with it.
Maybe, yeah, you know what? Maybe we got to the core of this, Eddie. Maybe you've told
Dude,
yourself this whole time that you have stage fright when in reality you're a normal guy.
or in reality, I'm just like trying to pee like everybody else has to try to pee.
Right.
Wow,
Sometimes
dude.
I mean, like I never really have to try to pee, but I do know what you mean when you're like, I should try to piss before I like go to work or like go do this.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what I feel like when it happens. But if I've got a fucking piss, dude, I'm gonna fucking lay the
Yeah,
fucker out.
that's when you're at the bar and you fucking finish your beer and you've had to
Yeah.
piss that full. The worst kind, or like kind of the best kind of pisses actually, is when you have to piss
Yeah.
before you even get your beer, and then you finish that beer, and the whole time you're drinking that beer is you're like, I can't wait to go fucking piss. And by the time you're done with that beer, your belly's so goddamn full that you get in there and you just let it rip. And if you're lucky, Eddie, you have like a fucking mix stick, a jewel, and your boys like, here, hit this when you're in the bathroom and you're taking that piss. You hit one of those, and then you get a little lightheaded, but it feels so goddamn good.
Ecstasy.
Yes. Nirvana.
Oh
I
my
know that there was a
God.
group of four of you out there that just closed your eyes and felt exactly what I was saying.
I can picture myself like at I just picked like a bar that I know and I was like, yeah, that's exactly I know that feeling. That this you just played a story like my you were saying that and a story played in my head.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah,
Fuck
that's
yeah.
fun.
Have you actually now I have a question. Have you ever asked a stranger to hit their vape in public?
Um, I haven't in forever, but like, yeah, maybe when I
Yeah.
was in like at a college party freshman year and I nobody had one, I'd be like, dude, maybe I could make a friend out of this type
Right.
deal.
Like, hey, can I hit your vape? You want
But
to be
now
friends?
I don't think I'd ever do that ever again.
I did it recently. Well, not that
Okay.
recently, but I walked into a bathroom and I was like, very, very crowded bathroom. And I go, who does anybody have a vape in here? I'll buy you a beer. And some kid let me rip his vape. And then I bought him a beer and we fucking chopped it up. And we actually did become friends. And we were
That's
bullshit
cool.
about college football. And it was a good ass time.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, that's almost like if you're in the but that's like the right time to do it in the bathroom. You
Right.
know, kind of like if you want to bum somebody for a cigarette, you do it.
Exactly.
Like it's the new way of bumming for a cig, you know? Like, hey, can I bum a rip of the vape off your partner or
But I
something like
feel like the vape is so much more like
personal?
personal.
It's they're sucking it and you're sucking it, but a cig, that's your fucking cig.
Yeah. And like that's like your like I feel like a pack of cigarettes is mine, but this singular cigarette is not mine. So when I give it to you, I'm not like giving you my vape. I'm giving you a cigarette.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. There is differences, but I think in the bathroom, if you need a vape rip, just be like, dude,
Yeah, I mean,
it's wild out there, boys, huh? Who's got a vape, man? You
you
know?
guys know how it is. I mean, my shit just died. Look, it's blinking.
Yeah. Fuck vapes though, dude.
Yeah,
They're
I actually quit them. Oh, HHR Nation. I don't know if I officially said this yet. I'm
Are
running
you,
a I'm running a marathon.
we did on the last one.
Okay, good. Thank God.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. That's sick.
I
That's
found myself, you know how like vegans like talking about being vegan?
right.
Runners like talking about running and marathoning. And I've found myself consuming a lot of content about running and now it's just in my fucking head. And so I feel like I talk about it a lot.
Right.
Like I'm over at my mom's for Mother's Day and I'm like, oh yeah, that 6 miler I had yesterday was pretty crazy. And I'm just like talking about shit that they don't care about. And I just want to like talk about it.
It's what you're doing though, you
Right.
know? Like, yeah, kind of same with me when like I've been doing stand up a shit ton lately, and now I'm always like, dude, that'd be a great fucking joke. Or like, yeah, this set I had the other day really related to like what just happened or shit. And people are probably like, I don't fucking care, you open mic, you're dumbass. But then also it's something to talk about and it's something to add to the conversation. Like, I would love to hear about your running, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a fine line. Like you don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, here comes Aaron talking about
Right.
fucking running again.
Right.
Here comes fucking Billy Bob talking about fucking all these bitches again.
Or fucking moto, like, oh, here's my moto buddy. You know, he's this guy does
Right.
is
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's when your hobby becomes your personality. I think that's when people become uh
Right.
like not they can't cope with it. They're not going to deal with it as much. But if it's just something that you casually talk about, that's acceptable.
Yes. Yes, I agree. What about your sobriety?
My sobriety.
You
As
were
far
saying
as
I might be
uh,
fucking going sober too, or is that just some?
so the thing is, Eddie is like, I definitely will cut my drinking back. That's not a problem.
Right, but you're not going sober. You said cut back. Very, very
Yes, yes,
cut
and
back.
like that's all. That's all I'm comfortable with talking about right now.
Okay, yeah,
But for those at home that know, they know. And I drink. I'll drink like I can't drink on Friday nights for sure because I run Saturdays. So Saturday nights is the only night of the weekend I can drink. So I'm trying, and then Sundays I have fucking softball, and all the boys are trying to drink beer. So I'm for sure drinking Sundays every week.
right. And like, dude, I usually don't drink on Mondays and Tuesdays until 4 o'clock in the morning. But Jaden Sidwell was in town, so I'm gonna have some Monday, Tuesday, 4 a.m. beers. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that's just kind of how it is, how I think of it is like, dude, if there's an occasion and there's beers and people are drinking them, I'm not gonna be the guy not drinking them, because then I'm gonna, just like the marathon runner, you're gonna be the sober guy at the party, which is cool if you gotta be sober. But then also, like, I don't know. It's
I
maybe a
think
little.
if like it's again like it's a fine line because if you can truly be like the sober dude and keep up with the energy of people that are drunk, then go right ahead. But I think there comes a point in time when you're like, I'm not fucked up and everybody around me is fucked up and I just don't want to be around this. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, that's definitely
So that's when you just like find yourself not even in those situations, I feel like, because you're just
right.
tired of
You
being
don't
the
even want
sober
to go
one.
to those parties
Right.
because it's not really your vibe anymore.
Right.
Yeah. But then
Well,
what are you gonna do with your sober friends? Are you gonna fucking play cards at the dinner table or something, or
I
what?
mean, fuck, Eddie. What if we were in 1980, whatever, the 70s? Fucking go see a movie, I guess. Go skateboard. I'd be outside probably, hang out outside.
Be a lot cooler if you were drunk going to see a movie, though. You know what I mean, man?
I
You
mean,
know what I mean, dude? Kind of.
not really. I feel like
Maybe
being
I'm just
drunk at a movie would actually not be great unless it's a like at home movie.
that's
I
true.
hate being drunk and having to sit. Like I was drunk on a plane a few times. And
Mhm.
every time I'm like, this fucking sucks because either I have to piss, I'm sweating because I'm in a confined space and this little ass AC is not doing the trick.
Right. And you're probably not by some people that you want to like,
You
you're
got to
not
be
by your
quiet.
boys.
You got to be quiet. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, drunk on a plane is not that
And that's
cool.
the same thing as a
Maybe
movie
getting a nice
theater.
buzz is okay, but like if you're drunk, then it's like fuck this.
Well, just do the CBD stuff. That stuff legal. You just do the CBD. It mellows you out. You smoke the CBD pens, and then you just
Yeah.
fall asleep. Watch a movie or listen to a podcast. You listen to Husker Hype Radio.
Oh, yeah. Next time you're like, what the fuck do I do on the plane, man? I listen to all this. I fucking read my book. I fucking listen to all the music. Think of Husker Radio. And you
Yeah.
turn on that fucking podcast and you like and you comment and you subscribe, and then your day's better. Your flight is better.
And you know what? I think this is a good transition to. I forgot that this is a college football podcast for a minute there,
Right.
Eddie. And
Right.
one thing I did want to talk about today, I want to rank the Power Five conferences because I had a video this week about how the Big Ten. So the Big Ten plays nine conference games, and then there was a proposal to move that to eight. No, wait, no, excuse me, I'm fucking this up. There's a proposal to remove the mandate to have a non-conference Power Five game. So right
Right.
now, one of your non-conference games has to be Power Five, which I don't really know why you would remove that, but why is that big of a deal? Because Big Ten plays nine conference games. SEC plays eight, and they have an easier schedule. Look at Georgia's schedule, easy, and they're out here fucking trying to create headlines. What's your take, Ed?
Dude, I think that Wait, so it's the SEC, right? That's removing their
The Big Ten is removing the mandate with the
oh,
non Power Five
okay.
non-conference game.
Yeah, and then your point was, dude, we played 9 conference games a year. SEC only plays 8, right?
Right.
Yeah, so like that's I mean, yeah, I don't honestly think it's that big of a fucking deal, bro. And then
I,
also, if like you wanna, like the good teams are still gonna fucking schedule Power Five opponents in the non-conference because that's how you get a better committee. Like these guys did great in their conference, but let's see what they did in the non-conference. Oh, they played fucking whoever the fuck, you know, Oregon, or they played, I don't know, Auburn, and they did good against them. Yeah.
yeah, Georgia this year has 3 non-power conference games, non-power 5 conference games.
I
So,
mean, it's just like, I mean, it's kind of either way you look at it, dude, you can get a rest from those non-conference games, or because I know usually like Georgia and Alabama, they always have that like middle of the season game where they're playing like fucking Murphy State or
yep.
something. You're like,
Alabama's playing like Fordham week 11 before Alabama or
right.
before Auburn.
Yeah, so that's kind of the thing that is weird, but I don't know, man. I think if you can still win and you play in the big New Year's Six games and do good, then who gives a fuck who you play in the regular season as long as you give us a good game in
Mm-hmm.
postseason or
I mean, I will say my top 5. I'll say my top 5. SEC's number 1, Big Ten's close number 2.
Mhm.
After this year, I'm gonna say I wouldn't say the Pac-12 was the best or the third best conference, then the Big 12, and then I think the ACC was last.
Yes. Okay. After this year, you're saying
Yeah,
so.
as
I'd
of
have
now.
to I'd have to agree with. But dude, the Pac-12 is gonna suck ass. Like next year, I feel like the Pac-12 is gonna be.
Well this year though. Think about this year still.
Yeah. But so you're saying according to last season,
According to what has already
according to last
happened.
season, definitely SEC, Big Ten second, and then yeah, I think you're right. Pac-12 had a pretty good conference overall. Fucking dude,
The
fucking
only hype that was around the Big 12 was in the middle of the year when Kansas was doing decent, Oklahoma State was doing decent, K State's doing decent, and then they all just kept beating each other, and then none of them really turned out with a good
right.
record. We had the 2 good guys at the top, TCU and K State, but other than that, not very good. The Pac-12 had Oregon, Washington, USC, and UCLA. They were again Utah. Those are all 5 really good teams last year.
Yeah, I know that Pac-12 did have a really good season, but if we're considering like next year when Oregon, Washington, SC, and LA leave, dude, then that's gonna totally change the Pac-12. They might not even be considered a fucking Power Five anymore. It's gonna turn into Power Four
Right.
football.
And I feel like that makes sense. Like there doesn't need to be 5 conferences. I think there will be a major like one more major rehaul of the current landscape of college football. And I would say it'll happen in like the next 6 years. By the time we move it to 8, I feel like they'll want to have 4 conferences that are power conferences.
Yeah, I
Because I
agree.
feel like we're going to 8 teams, right? For the college football playoffs. Not this year, but next
12.
year.
It's gonna be 12
Oh,
teams.
you're right. You're right. Yeah, that's sick, bro. That's so fucking sick.
I know. That would be sick, like once like the fucking 10 seed or whatever goes and wins it. And then it's like, dude, think of just because that's like the cool thing about March Madness is when somebody fucking does something cool in the off season and makes it all the way, like makes a great run. Like that would be sick when, a team that never really is
Right.
considered winning the national
Like
championship.
K State would have been in this year. That'd have been sick if they beat TCU in the Big 12 championship. If they went on a run and beat a couple teams,
Yeah.
that'd been sick.
They got their fucking booties smacked by Alabama though. And
Right.
yeah.
And that's the
But
thing is when you say like a conference is good, to your point, Eddie, once it's the end of the year and like they play each other in bowl games and in the playoffs, that's when you really find out who the good teams are. And like Alabama was head and shoulders above K State.
yes. Yeah, and you could like you were saying where the Big 12's just beating each other, like they're all kind of the same, and then they go and play whoever, Alabama in the Sugar Cotton Bowl, or who else? Who else did the? I can't remember. I can't remember.
Okie State only ended up winning like 7 games, and they were
Right.
like one of the next best ones. Baylor, they were all right. They lost on the last second on some shit. But yeah. Anything else we got to talk about here, Ed?
I don't know, dude. We talked about Johnny Rogers Wang. We talked about
Yeah.
fucking Power Five ranking Um, dude, I think it was a good podcast, and I think that the viewers will enjoy this one. You know?
And this is always a good time to say like, subscribe, share, comment.
Yes.
If you don't, we'll know who you are, and we'll see you, and we'll give you a hickory nut crunch.
A hickory nut crunch. Can you explain that? What that is?
And
Hickory
you'll
nut
have
crunch.
to wait until episode 6 to
No,
find
I
out
want to
what
know
that
what a
was.
hickory nut crunch is right now, dude.
Sorry, folks.
What is
We're
that?
we're cutting out. I can't hear you. Hello.
Are you serious? Is that an actual thing? Hickory nut crunch? What
It's
the
something.
fuck is that?
It's something my dad's always said.
I'll give you, shut up, Aaron, or I'll give you a hickory nut
Oh, he's
crunch.
like, some guy's fucking with you, and then blah blah blah. You just go up to him and give him a hickory nut crunch. Or like, it's like he's just said it a couple of different times. He's just a funny dude. He said that he's talks about the hickory nut crunch, and he's just grabbing someone's junk and just squeezing, bud.
You got
Oh, I'm dead.
dad, any other good quotes from your dad? Any other funny things he says?
Uh, I like it when he calls people cats. He's like, "Oh fuck, Thomas Fedoni, that's a cat that'll fucking
Cool cat.
yeah, dude, fucking Cooper DeGino, that cat, he's a fucking specimen. That cat's a specimen. That kid's a fucking horse."
Yeah. A horse.
Oh, dude, that kid's a horse. When he calls somebody a
Nice.
horse, dude. What about
That's
you? You got any good ones from dad?
I'm trying to think right now,
I
dude.
know. I want to smile. I'll have to write them down. Think
Yeah.
about good things my dad says.
Um, yeah, I can't think of any right now, but I know that there's some where he said where I'm like, dude, what?
Yeah, well, there's some that we just
That's
can't say.
right. Yeah, probably more of that where I just don't want to
Yeah,
say
I
it.
just don't want to call my dad out and then have people show up to our house with pitchforks.
Exactly. That's the best part.
Well, I'm ready to call you. Have you call us off here, Ed.
All right, folks, that was Eddie Rosenthal and Aaron Worsfold. Husker Hype Radio, you were listening to it right there. It's ending right now, episode 5. Make sure you're tuning next week because it's going to get hot, and we're going to talk about that hickory nut crunch, baby. Stay tuned.
Oh yeah.
Eat red shit corn. Come fireball. Love you all. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Peace.